Somebody asked what Patreon is? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, on the stream chat, yes.
Oh, Patreon is the thing that lets you support people who have put profiles on Patreon. You can basically send them money to help them make whatever service or product you like.
Right, it's like a Kickstarter for services almost.
Like an ongoing sort of, yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to, for example, if you donate, like if you pledge the $12 amount, we'll analyze a video of yours so that we can actually, you know, live, we'd analyze it live. If you pledge $25, we will do a much more detailed analysis. You know, we'll break it down and do all these other things. I've actually been thinking about a couple of other benefits.
Okay.
So someone mentioned something about this. I forgot who it was. It was a great idea. Who mentioned this? I want to give them credit. But, you know, like how we had Snake Eyes on just recently and such like that. Someone said we should open up a more expensive Patreon tier so that if we get that, then we fly people out to come on to our show and stuff like that, so we can get people like Ricky Ortiz or something like that onto our show.
That is a cool idea.
That's a really cool one, right? And I also was thinking too that if they add to the $3 pledge tier, that if they pledge $3, then during one of my random streams where I stream a random game, they get to pick a song that I have to sing on the stream.
That sounds appropriate.
If they can find like a karaoke version on YouTube or something like that, and then
that makes total sense.
So that might be something we'll do at some point. So, in fact, someone actually donated pledged like $5. Like, does this mean I get to pick a song for you to sing on stream? And I was like, sure, give me one. And he never responded. So.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, there you go.
That's too bad. Well, that's Patreon. You can check ours out. I don't know. It's patreon.com/UltraChenTV, I believe. Anyway, you want to talk about video game tournaments that happened?
Pew! Events, yes.
Events, yes. So, first up, do you want to talk about Street Grand Battle?
Sure. Let's go there.
Street Grand Battle is a tournament that took place in France.
In Lyon, France.
Good enough. And it was Street Fighter 4. Also Street Fighter 5, by the way, but Street Fighter tournament. And it had people from all over Europe, of course, as well as a few players from East Asia, and even a player from South America.
Yes.
It turned out.
Yes.
Which was pretty cool. So pretty stacked event, and many of those people are also going to be going to DreamHack Winter, which is coming up shortly.
Which is the last premier event. So the last chance to qualify for the Capcom Cup is this coming weekend.
Right. So it's kind of a preview of that to some degree. You want to talk about the top 8 then? Actually, let's say who was not top 8. In 9th places were Ryan Hart and Problem X and Human Bomb.
Wow.
Dang.
2 of those are Capcom Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, that's right, and Ryan is close behind. So a lot of good players were here. Top 8, Melty Will 2-Pack, C Viper, 7th place. 7th place also YP Valmaster with Chun-Li.
7th, huh? Wow.
7th place, yeah.
Okay.
5th, SML Solid Jin Vega.
Vega, wow.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I thought he looked really good. 5th was MD Luffy Rose. 4th, BX3 TPL Phenom. M Bison.
Yes.
3rd place, Kaoma. Kaoma Abel from Brazil.
Abel from Brazil, exactly.
Then 2nd place was LLL Roy Someling, I guess, is MBR.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. Is that his real name? Maybe?
I have no idea.
I don't know why it's listed as that. But anyway, Akuma. Then winner of it was Abra Media Gamer B. Elena.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Oh, by the way, someone said sick shirt. This was a Teespring shirt. This is the Oni and Akuma.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I actually went to a restaurant earlier today, and someone saw it and was like, sick shirt, bro. It was like the guy serving me, right? The like at the register, and I was like, you play Street Fighter? He's like, yeah, it's Akuma, right? I was like, yep.
Sick.
So
that's cool. That's cool.
Street Fighter is spreading, man.
Apparently so. So Solid Jin Vega, yeah. I mean, I've known of him. You know, he's not. We don't get to see him in North America very often, but he's like a player who we've heard of. But I hadn't seen him in a long time, and playing against top level players like that, man, his Vega is really solid. It's really good, and he uses a lot of good stuff that I rarely see other Vegas use. Like, he had a lot of roll stuff. He used roll quite frequently.
That's awesome.
And even like roll FADC into continuing the combo, which you can do, but it's tough. and not many people do it. So he was getting more damage in more situations, and just excellent footsies. It was thumbs up.
That's cool, because I haven't heard, I can't honestly say that I remember hearing of the name before, but look, Europe always has a bunch of great players, always surprising us, so, you know, I'm super glad that, especially someone representing Vega like that.
Yeah,
so
very, very cool. But probably the biggest story was Keoma.
Yes.
Just because...
Everyone, look, I got people saying, like, oh, he's going to be free, like Shushu was last year. He got lucky when he beat Haitani, because Haitani doesn't play as much anymore.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. He's not going to do well when he goes to
somebody on our Keoma video, somebody said, I haven't even heard of Haitani, so who cares if he beat Haitani? Dang!
Yeah, and Combo Fiend is just a Capcom guy, right? You know, Combo Fiend doesn't play.
Yeah, right.
He just represents, you know?
Yeah, so it was really good to see validation of the expectation that he was good. I thought he was good.
Yes.
And in fact, I was planning on making some wagers at Capcom Cup, and I was expecting that my wagers on Keoma would have significant odds for me, because who would bet on him? He's the Brazilian player, and I was hoping to make off like a bandit, but that's probably not going to happen.
See, the problem with it is, I think right now as the standings, people keep saying the first person he's going to play is Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
And would you really bet against Snake Eyes?
I'm not sure that I would bet on him there, but I think he's going to march through losers pretty strongly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I guess we know who you think is going to win between those two.
Yeah, that's true.
Look.
But I wouldn't be surprised either way at all.
Right, I only saw one match, and that was Keoma versus Luffy, because someone linked it to me, right? And it's just like we said in the Keoma video. He uses more things for Abel than I've seen anyone else use. Like, he's just doing stuff with Abel that I just don't see a lot of other Abel players use. That's not what impressed me the most.
Okay.
The thing that impressed me with the most, and I talk about this all the time, is the facial expressions and the attitude that he had in between rounds and matches.
Okay.
Like, he would just, like, win, and he would just, like, turn and look at someone and just, like, laugh. He had this smile on his face. Luffy beat him a game, and he just had this smile on his face. Like, that was cool.
Right.
I love that. I love that it didn't look like he was like, okay, I'm in Europe. Time to prove myself.
Right.
Time to prove myself. I gotta show people I can do something. He just looked like he was there like, hey, I'm gonna beat up on these people.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm going to just do this ultra because I totally know he's gonna backdash.
Yeah.
And it's awesome stuff. It's really great. I think that attitude will carry him far in Capcom Cup. I already told the story when we did the South by Southwest event, and when I talked to LPN, and the first thing LPN said was, this is amazing, this is crazy, I'm so glad, I'm just honored to be here. I was like, you're done.
Yeah. Right.
I was like, you're done. And he didn't do very well, right? And that's what I was glad to see from Keoma. It didn't look like he was feeling that way. You can tell a lot from people from their facial expressions and their attitude and
I'm
stuff
with
like
you.
that. So,
yeah. It was a good event. You know, a lot of very strong competitors there. He did look like he didn't know the Akuma matchup.
Oh, really?
He got ripped up by MBR a couple of times.
Okay.
And then, you know, Gamer B won it with Elena. He's very strong.
One of the best Street Fighter 4 players of all time.
Indeed.
So what can you say? So.
Indeed. Well, cool. You know, some people didn't make it out to the event. Were worried about traveling to Europe, traveling to France in particular, I suppose, after Paris attacks. It's too bad that they didn't make it out, but I guess I'm not going to be too critical about that.
Yeah.
You know.
But I'm going to be excited to see how Keoma does at DreamHack Winter.
Me too.
That's actually going to be really cool.
It's going to be mostly the same people.
Nice. I mean, there's a lot more Japanese players, or a lot of them aren't making it because of the attacks.
I know some are not making it for sure, but I don't know if there are others who are going to come. I'm just not sure, to be honest. I guess we'll see. Maybe if you know that, then please put it in the chat, and I'll be happy to say it.
Okay, cool. Well, another event that took place, and weirdly enough, we can't find any of the results online. And this was a big one. We mentioned it briefly earlier, which was Master Cup 8, which was a Tekken 7 tournament, a team tournament 5-on-5. They do this, I mean, this is Master Cup 8, obviously, and they've done it for various Tekken games. They've always done this. And 187 teams of 5 players. 935 people played in this tournament.
Yeah.
And not only that, but the production value was really cool. They flew Markman and Spooky out there. Spooky did the English stream.
Right, that was awesome.
And helped with commentary along with Markman and such like that. I actually watched a significant chunk of this, and it was awesome. Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
I agree.
It was such a cool event, and let me just say this right now. Tekken 7 is beautiful.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I mean, we've seen it in person.
Right.
But it really is very pretty.
It's beautiful, and I love that they are doing stuff for presentation. I think that's so important. I've always told the story. Again, people have probably heard this, repeating myself again, but I remember Street Fighter 4, the very first bar fights that Gutex threw a long time ago, one of the exhibition matches. The main card was Combo Fiend versus Edma. Right? It was that battle. And, at the time, everybody knows Ken uppercut FADC into Ultra does no damage in vanilla. That the Shinryuken, the last part, just did no damage, right? Someone did uppercut FADC. Ed did that. He caught Combo Fiend in a comeback situation. He did uppercut FADC Ultra.
Okay.
And me watching was like, this isn't going to do any damage. Big deal. It meant nothing. But this crowd of people were like, oh my God. They just got so hyped for it. And I was like, interesting.
People who didn't know the game terribly well?
Yeah, they didn't know the game terribly well, right? But they were there. Okay. Obviously, they were invested. They wanted to see it.
Okay.
But it just kind of made me realize why Ultras are kind of effective.
Yeah.
Rufus raised the roof, doing all these things. When stuff like that happens, it doesn't have any impact necessarily on gameplay, but you get camera view and it's exciting. There was one match where when Shaheen was trying to forgot which character it was, someone was trying to make a big old comeback on Shaheen, and they did this comeback, and then right at the end they did this punch, and Shaheen triggered the backswing blow, and it triggered the slow-mo effect of Tekken 7. Let me tell you,
that's so genius.
The slow-mo is so amazing.
It's so good.
Because you just saw him punch, and Shaheen went yoink, and then just started doing the spin, and the commentators were like, oh, and then it hit, and it killed. It was amazing. Dude, it was so cool. It was awesome. Yeah. I love the slow motion stuff. Dude.
It's probably the best graphical feature that any fighting game has had in recent times.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what would have been better.
Yeah.
It's so smart.
It's beautiful. Yeah. And I saw it a few times during that one was kind of obvious who was going to win, but there was some of them where it was really hard to tell whose move was going to hit. And when it slows down like that and it just lengthens the suspense and then you get the cathartic KO, it's so good. It's so good. And the game is beautiful,
Oh, for sure.
But again, I don't know if we have any of the results. Oh, it looks like someone's trying to send us the results.
Yeah, I clicked on the link.
The team that got second place, the team from Osaka, had some really awesome players in there. So there was 2 Korean teams. Korea won Master Cup 7. And so they were looking to go back-to-back here. So there's 2 Korean teams, and obviously one of the favorite teams was the team that Nee was on. And I saw them play against the Osaka team, and there was a player, Nissin, who was using, I think it was Elisa, and he beat Nee, in this crazy upset, and it was interesting because the first player did a bunch of damage to the Korean team. Nee came and blew him up, so it was like, okay, here comes Nee, he's just gonna reverse OCV this whole team. But then the Elisa player came up and just bodied him, and it was the end. And it was like, holy crap.
That's awesome.
Because it's single elimination, by the way. So,
right.
Yeah. But the thing about it is the other Korean team made it to grand finals to go up against that Osaka team. And the Korean team did win.
So I guess I have the results, although maybe not the players.
Okay.
First place was DW Superstar featuring Twitch.
Yes, that was
team
the
number 170.
Yes, that was the Korean team.
Okay, second place was Boku Hakayo.
Yes, that was
Number
that
87.
was that was the hero team right there. I was rooting for them so badly because they were doing so well. They were the ones that knocked out Ni's team.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Third place was Mushin Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Fifth were Resurrection and Subumito Masarun. And then, yeah, that's all I got, man.
Yeah. There was an all-female team there that did super well as well. Yeah. So, but there was definitely a lot. It was just really cool to see all those people playing Tekken and to have that kind of importance, for that game. And Mark said it broke all the records for stream records on the English stream and stuff like that. So I'm super happy. About that. Like I said, I mean, because remember last week we were going through the FGC events and we were like, oh, Master Cup 8, the largest Tekken tournament ever?
Yeah.
What? Why is there not more word about this?
Yeah.
And so I'm really glad a lot of people watched it. I saw over 10,000 people.
Oh, really? That's really good.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Tekken. We also recently talked about which games should be or could be at EVO 2016 if there were only 7 games. And I really want a 3D game to be there. I guess that's got to be Tekken at this point. Just because it feels like it's
wrong.
I still have the feeling of Tekken being one of the major franchises. Maybe that's not accurate anymore as far as competitive scenes go. But I guess I'm from the era where Tekken was big.
Right. Yeah.
It was a big game. A lot of people played Tekken.
Yeah, it was actually kind of sad because there was no USA team. So USA didn't get a chance to send anybody over there. That's actually a shame.
That sucks.
But I've heard that the reason why all these Tekken players don't come out to EVO is because they just don't think US is very good at the game. So there's nothing prestigious about beating up all the Americans. But I still think
didn't Bronson get second place 2 years ago?
Yeah, but I don't know. That's what I heard. That's what I've heard.
Well, I also heard that Ogawa did not want to come out for Xrd.
Yeah.
For the same reason.
Right, exactly.
But he ended up having a good time.
Yeah, exactly. With no remorse.
Yeah. Anyway, I really hope Tekken is there, and I just it would feel like a return to normalcy to me.
And like I said, watching it was really cool. Especially if you understand the pacing of the game. I really oversimplified it on Twitter, but I just really wanted to give Street Fighter players a place to start to watch, which is the taking turns concept that LA Akira told us about Virtual Fighter. But the game is so beautiful, and I heard Tekken 7 is a lot more new player friendly.
I've heard that too.
And stuff like that. So now is the better time than any to get into Tekken.
And it's one character, not two, like Tag was. So. I don't know. Yeah, consider that if you will. Anything else?
Team Stickbug was this weekend.
Wow,
as well.
They had some stuff.
Awesome anime tournaments that they always have at NLBC. Looks like their Guilty Gear tournament went well again. And it looks like the first place was Lost Soul. I'm going in reverse order because this is on Challenge. We don't have the listings anywhere.
It's fine.
So actually, I guess I can go the other way.
Yeah, either way.
Okay, 7th place was Diendo and Hard. 5th place was A3 and Nerd Josh. 4th place was Marviste 2. I'm sure that's supposed to be Marvisto, but 3rd place was Shine. 2nd place, D-Link's Lord Knight. And 1st place, as I mentioned, was Lost Soul.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that was the fall of DS. He didn't win Alpha 2 again or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I heard about that.
For Blaze Blue, 7th place was Necro Undine, and Umai Cakes. 5th place was Flux and Master of Magnet. 4th place was Sodalic. 3rd place was Aladdin. 2nd place, again, D-Link's Lord Knight. And 1st place was Glamorous ADC SL. That sounds like a car.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds like a car. And then there was also a Uniel tournament was there. Not that many people entered. Okay. It looks like 11 people entered. So 7th place tied was Zeal and Hardbread. Hardbread is the same as that other Hard player because there was that little bread graphic there.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. Fifth place was Flux and Black Leon Oru or Lion Oru. Fourth place was Marvisto. Third place, Youthful Arturo.
Wow, all right.
Second place, Soul Kuro. And first place, Blaze God.
Okay.
Blaze God. So that was Team Stickbug.
Man, Blaze is such a cool name.
I know they also had a Hokuto no Ken tournament there and such, but...
Go to the Alpha 2. Can you find Alpha 2 there?
Alpha 2, November... No.
Right, it might not have been on Team Stickbug. It might have been like...
Right, I don't see it
that
in challenge.
weekend, but
yeah. Okay.
Anyway, Raph didn't win.
Yeah.
Take that.
He's been winning.
Who won?
I don't know.
I don't know. The only thing I know about that is the picture of DS afterward, hunched over.
Like really sad in the chair.
Yeah, that's all. That's my
Some
only
people
info.
put it with sad Keanu and stuff like
That's
that.
right. Yeah.
Man.
That's all.
Okay. Northwest Majors Drop Zone happened this weekend. Again, we don't have a lot of the results there, but that was a Smash specific tournament there in Northwest Majors. That's the group that obviously runs the Northwest Majors, but this one was specifically for a Smash Brothers event. So, but also this weekend was Topanga A-League finished up.
Yes.
And we have the results, we have the winners and everything like that. I have the 6 players who are in that event, and the rankings. In 6th place goes to Capcom Cup qualifier Dashio.
Sweet. Seth and DiCaprio, huh?
Yep. In 5th place, this is actually really funny. We'll talk about this in a little bit.
Okay.
But Capcom Cup qualifier Nemo.
Nice.
4th place, Capcom Cup qualifier Kazunoko. In 3rd place, Capcom Cup qualifier Momochi. 2nd place, Capcom Cup qualifier Bon-chan. And 1st place, none other than Mr. The Beast Daigo Umehara. Also Capcom Cup qualifier. Yay! There you go. I don't know why I clapped.
Well, yeah, I was just running with it. I'm not sure.
No idea. So
what?
the reason why that was interesting is because let's look at the top 5, right?
Okay.
Let's take Dashio out of the equation. Right?
Uh-huh.
Who did Nemo name as his top 5?
Was it exactly those 5 players?
Yes.
That's very interesting.
It's exactly those 5 players. Umehara-san, Bon-chan-san, Momochi-san, Kazunoko-san, and Nemo-san. So there you go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How about that?
So Nemo. Dude, all I will say though is that the tiebreaker... Dude, they really need to do something about that tiebreaker system. Because again, it was based on head-to-head matchups, not on games differential.
Yeah.
So the top 4 players were all tied with 3 and 2. They were all 3 and 2. And in fact, Kazunoko had the best game difference at +7.
Yeah, because he murked Daigo 7-0. Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I mean, I haven't seen...
Right.
You know, it was on Nico, so I haven't watched it, but I heard the results.
Yep. And he got 4th. He was 4th out of the tied 4th players, even though he had the best game differential record, because the head-to-head matches are what made the difference.
That's super strange.
But Daigo Umehara-san won, and apparently he did really well against Momochi, and then it was revealed that he'd been studying the Ken matchup a bunch. Again, I haven't seen the matches and such, but apparently Daigo did super well, and people are saying that Daigo Momochi match was one of the greatest matches in recent memory.
Okay,
so
cool.
Hopefully I'll be able to get a chance to watch it at
Hopefully
some point
so.
in time. So.
Can you scroll down just a little bit here? What else is going on here? Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to see what
what
was there. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, but they said in order to settle, so this is on Shoryuken.com, in order to settle the 4-way tie, overall records of the head-to-head matchups for each of the involved players are compared. Umehara and Bon-chan have a record of 2-1 between those 4 players, and while Momochi and Kazunoko had a record of 1-2. Thus, Umehara and Bon-chan take the top 2 ranks, but Umehara defeated Bon-chan in their head-to-head. So Daigo got 1st, and Momochi defeated Kazunoko in their head-to-head, so Momochi got above Kazunoko.
I don't know, man.
It's so confusing.
So the point was that 4 of the 6 players were 3-2.
Yes. And Nemo was 2-3, and Dashio was 1-4, so all pretty close though.
Yeah, I would expect them to be close.
So Daigo Umehara took it though. So a lot of people are saying he looks primed and ready to go for Capcom Cup. Yeah. Be exciting to see how he does there. So.
I saw that he thought that his just natural gameplay would make it through Kazunoko, but he said he was wrong and he has to study up on that.
Oh, interesting. Because remember, that's kind of what he said about Snake Eyes last year for Capcom Cup. Because when people asked him, "Are you worried about Snake Eyes?" he was like, "It's just Zangief."
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll see what happens. So.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So
is that it for results?
For past events, yes. For upcoming event news, Axis Games is actually announcing a pretty large-scale Air Dasher anime tournament for February 28th. So I know a lot of the guys who are at Axis, they love the FGC. Yeah. They've done the All Axis stuff, which Josua has streamed from the Axis headquarters and such like that. I was there for the Uniel one that they did last year and stuff like that. Well, actually, earlier this year. So it was actually really, really cool stuff. Apparently, they're going to try to do one with Blaze Blue, Chrono Phantasma Extend, Guilty Gear Exert Sign, and Under Night in Birth. They're going to have an overall pot of $5,000. Oh, wow. So cool. It's supposedly scheduled on February 28th at UCI.
Oh, cool.
And so, it's really cool to see them getting involved as well. So, and this is why it's important for a lot of tournaments to succeed like this, because the more tournaments that succeed and the more it seems like that, the pot bonuses help, everybody will start contributing. You'll be able to go, hey, it's worth it to put this pot bonus in there for publicity and stuff like that. So there you go.
I'm with you. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah. At UC Irvine. Somebody put up a GIF of Daigo versus Momochi. You can see it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
And part of it is him controlling Momochi in the corner, and Momochi tries to jump out, and Daigo does close stand roundhouse with Evil Ryu, like the axe kick thing. I didn't even know this. It counter hit, and then he juggled with EXDP. I had no idea. It was a
soft knockdown?
Yeah, I guess.
The first hit on a counter hit was a soft knock. What the hell?
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I can't say I have either. Okay.
Yeah, deal with it.
We can talk about. So they just announced all of a bunch of Capcom Cup information. Capcom Cup, for example, they talked about how the prize money was going to be distributed, but they also mentioned that the event is going to be a one-day event. They released the schedule. They have analyst desks scheduled.
Yeah, I saw that.
Super excited about that. Yeah, but it is going to be one day on Sunday, and getting from 32 to 16 will be 2 out of 3, and then it'll be 3 out of 5 from there, and there will be 2 streams.
Right.
So that's the only way I think it's 2 streams up to the top 16, and then from there it should be 1 stream on. So, I mean, look, it went from 16 to 32 players. It's going to be tough to get it as full fleshed out as a lot of people want. I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that, but
well, I saw on Reddit and Gaff, etc., people talking about this a little bit. These 2 out of 3 until top 16, right?
Yeah.
And they were saying, look, at majors all over the world, that's the standard.
Right.
Until you get to top 8, not top 16. Right. So this is better than every other major. It's not perfect, but it's...
Yeah, I mean, you got into Capcom Cup playing these events that all started 2 out of 3 and ended up 3 out of 5 only in top 8. So...
the only thing is that I get people wanting to see more than potentially just 4 games of whoever their favorite player is. I get that. But it didn't seem like people were that upset about it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's the format they've been playing to get this far. And like you said, top 16 is better than top 8. Yeah. So, but it should be super exciting. I'm really stoked for it. It's like 12 hours scheduled for Street Fighter, like just to go straight through and stuff like that. So
I remember last year they were a little bit worried about having continuous Street Fighter the whole time, without breaks. But I guess they came around on that. They want to have a lot of video games going on, which is great.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, there is going to be a little bit of breaks, but obviously it's going to be the analyst desk, so it's going to be really cool because we can analyze it and talk about stuff. I'm assuming we get to be on the analyst desk.
I don't even know, to be honest, yet.
I'm just guessing.
I actually have no idea. We should probably figure that out.
Yeah, I know, exactly,
But, alright, shout-outs to having a desk anyway, you know?
Yeah.
That phenomenon started like 2 months ago. You know, with...
Right.
Who was it? It was Absolute Battle, and then...
they did it for Marvel at
And then at Unicon, and same weekend we did it at Canada Cup, and then now it's a thing. So,
right.
All right, cool. That's
but
awesome.
Again, first place, 125,000. Second place, 60,000. Third place, 25,000. All pre-tax, but, you know.
What does it say what the rest is?
Probably if I actually go to the Capcom
link.
Cup site. Let's see this.
Indeed it does.
Yes, so fourth place will be 15,000. Fifth and sixth place will be 10,000 each, and seventh and eighth will be 5,000 each. That's pretty good because once it gets down to third through eighth, the drop off isn't as significant.
Yeah, I think that's great. I just really wish it was a bigger than top 8 payout. I really do. I mean, I get that in order to have been here, in order to have made it to Capcom Cup, you have won money. Right? I mean, you either won a premier event that was $20,000 or whatever, maybe not for first place, 10,000. I don't know, who knows.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just entered enough tournaments and did well enough that maybe you got a little bit of dough.
Right.
Maybe not a ton. Maybe you got 8th place in every tournament and you didn't get a lot of money. But, you know, anyway, the point is, I really wish more players were supported by this. I really wish it was not, 125,000 for first place, that it was 120. 115,
right? And
just
give like $1,000 to like the next 5 people or something like
exactly.
that.
That's my only criticism. I hope that it gets there.
Yeah, I mean the hardest part is that as a burgeoning kind of tournament right now, it's good to make the first place seem as good as possible.
I get it.
So hopefully, but if it generates more interest, so maybe next year it'll be more than that. Who knows? Who knows? So. They did say they're going to have announcements for Capcom Cup next year at this Capcom Cup, so...
Implying that there will be one.
Yeah, so we'll find out what's going on there.
Sweet.
Okay.
We don't know anything.
Yeah.
Fact.
We just make Capcom World Warrior videos.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We basically show up to this location and we watch on our monitor that you guys can't see, that's just the right of the screen. We watch the videos, and then we take a little bit of notes, and then we fire it up, and we record it, and then we send it over to Capcom, and then that's basically it. And that's the entirety of our involvement with Capcom Cup.
Exactly.
So far.
You guys remember that KI has a Killer Instinct World Cup?
Yes.
That will be taking place on January 30th through 31st in San Antonio, Texas.
Right.
But one of the cool things is that they're actually adding like a little art gallery thing to it, to the actual event, kind of like how Evo has an art gallery in there and stuff like that. So they're actually going to have a Killer Instinct themed art gallery there. I think that's just super cool.
That's great.
So I just figured I'd bring that up because that's always really... I love video game art. You know what I mean? I love that stuff. So
for sure.
Very, very cool. So
I like that a lot of tournaments are doing that now. I think that's very smart.
So that's a little bit further in the future. As for coming up this weekend events, obviously the big one coming up this weekend is DreamHack Winter 2015. That's actually going to be running Thursday through Sunday. But there's a lot of games there. There.
That's right. Yeah.
Ultra Street Fighter 4, however, apparently is run on the 28th, which is Saturday. Remember, that's Europe time, so adjust for time differences. But that's going to be taking place. That's going to be streamed on twitch.tv/DreamHackFighters. And there's also going to be a lot of Smash there as well. So Super Smash Bros. Melee, which has a $30,000 prize pool for singles and doubles. Ultra Street Fighter 4 has $15,000 prize pool there. But Smash Bros. Melee doubles will be on the Thursday. And then Friday will be Melee singles. And Saturday will be Melee singles top 8 and doubles top 4.
Cool.
So Street Fighter will be streamed on DreamHack Fighters. And Smash will be streamed on DreamHack Smash.
Got it.
There you go. So definitely check that out. That should be exciting. And again, the final Capcom Cup premiere spot. We will know who the 32th person. 32th?
You know, it happens. It happens.
32nd player is going to be at Capcom Cup after this weekend.
You know, a lot of people are already making brackets, right? And I haven't wanted to get involved in that yet without being sure about it. Without like Capcom being like, here's what the bracket is.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. I mean, you can make educated guesses, of course. But.
They went with points last year.
Right,
so.
yeah.
Okay, also coming up this weekend is NGU Santiago, which is taking place in Santiago Centro in Chile at Los Herrores. I don't even know how to say that in Spanish. Herrores Station. This will be streamed on twitch.tv/F2GCL as well as twitch.tv/VersusCL. And this is going to have Ultra Street Fighter 4, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, MKX, KI, KOF 13, Super Smash Bros. Wii U, Tekken Tag 2, and Guilty Gear Xrd.
Solid lineup.
Yeah, so big tournament coming up there, so definitely check it out.
Cool.
NGU stands for Never Give Up. Never Give Up Santiago.
Keep in mind, Chile won as many EVOs this year as the USA did, so you might want to keep your eye on that tournament. There's going to be some solid players.
It's true.
Well, that's accurate.
No, it's absolutely true. But apparently, K-Brad is going to be there.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so K-Brad is going to be a special guest over there. So, all right. Also, this weekend in Mikado in Shinjuku, Tokyo, at the Takada no Baba Game Center, they're going to have their weekly Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator tournament there. Also, once again, streamed on Jonio-san. I know we mentioned it last week, so just assume that it's going there every week.
Cool.
And then also Super Smash Sundays, which they've been running here in SoCal, taking place at Cal Poly Pomona again. That's going to be on twitch.tv/TeamOxy and twitch.tv/TeamOxy2. That's going to be Smash Brothers Melee, singles and doubles, and Smash Brothers Wii U, singles and doubles. So that's this weekend. Not a huge amount of events, not like it was last week where there was a ton of stuff. So.
All right. Well,
what games did US win?
What games did we win? Mortal.
Didn't we win KI as well? That was won by Rico, wasn't it?
That sounds right.
Did we win Mortal Kombat? Oh, Sonic Fox won it.
Fox
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, I believe you're right about KI. Was it Rico the winner?
I think so. Someone in their chat says yes.
Okay.
So yes, so Rico won. Yeah, Rico won.
Sweet.
So but there was 2 Chilean winners or only one?
Yeah, Marvel 3 and Smash Wii U.
Smash Wii U, that's right, of course. Zero.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, dude, we'll get to KI in just a little bit. So.
Oh yeah. You got stuff.
We'll get to KI. But
all right, cool.
Do you want to do game news now, or do you want to take a break? What do you want to do?
Let's take a break. I'm gonna mix the salad up and then get a few bites in my mouth.
You're gonna toss a salad right now?
That's right.
All right.
As soon as I can.
In the break, as soon as we cut away
like
from
groceries.
the camera, right? Okay. All right. Be right back, guys.